As we all know, during the Trump administration, Abrego Garcia got illegally deported along with hundreds of others that we know not much about. I'm sure he's definitely not the only one that was taken without due process, obviously, which is a scary notion to think of if you really stop and think about due process. But we got some new body cam footage from a officer that pulled Abrego Garcia over a few years ago during a traffic stop. He was speeding or something. And we're going to take a look at that real quick.
New video showing the Tennessee troopers pulling over Kilmar Abrego Garcia during a traffic stop several years ago. He's the Maryland father mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March. The body camera footage shows Abrego Garcia being pulled over for speeding in November of 2022. During the traffic stop, troopers discovered his Maryland license was expired. He tells the troopers all 10 people in his SUV were doing construction work in Missouri and that they were headed back to Maryland. The officer, though, suspects that Abrego Garcia was human trafficking.
He's hauling these people for money. Yeah, so he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland, I would say. They don't have any luggage in there, right? And if you get them out, they're going to have toothpaste and they're going to have toothbrushes in their pockets, I guarantee it.
This is very disturbing rhetoric from a police officer. I mean, disturbing, yes. But can I assume that all police officers speak like this? Probably most of them, yeah. Just assume what their crime is before actually looking into the whole situation. If this guy truly thought that Abrego Garcia was human trafficking, then he would have busted this dude on human trafficking, because, you know, they got to get those cop points up, especially in 2022. I mean, that was time after Trump's first term. So, you know, you get some Republican free kills on the books if you can shoot a couple of these guys. So there's no proof of them being human trafficked, obviously. Could he have been human trafficking? Maybe. Maybe he was shuttling them to a different state to find work or something, whatever. Is Abrego Garcia a good guy? I don't fucking know. Is he MS-13? I don't know. But the sheer fact of the matter is, that's why we need due process in America. Nobody's saying that this is a good guy, because we don't know. He didn't get due process for us to get that information. This is the same thing that could happen to any of us. When you take away due process in America, they could pull over you. They can pull over your friend. They can pull over your mom. They could just say, well, this is an illegal person. Doesn't matter if you look like me, an old white man. You know, you'd be like, oh, you're a Russian. You're a Russian spy. So now you're getting shipped off to wherever we feel like shipping you to. It's very dangerous rhetoric, and it needs to be put to close in Trump's America. The sheer fact of the matter is, you do not have to be a citizen to receive due process. You have to be a person in America, in the United States of America, to receive the United States due process. Because without the due process, we can't find out if you're a citizen or not, right? We can't find out if you did a crime or not, right? There's steps that we need to take to make sure we get the information that we need to know if this person needs to get deported and where to deport them to. We can't just say, hey, you're brown, right? We're going to ship you to El Salvador, when you clearly come from Cuba or something like that. It's the same concept. We can't just facilitate these deportations in America and do nothing about the people that are destroying our system and our way of life. The Trump administration is out of control, as I've said multiple times. However, it needs to stop, honestly. Let's finish the rest of this video real quick to see what else they say, since I'm off my rant now.
A report from the Department of Homeland Security shows Abrego Garcia was never charged with a crime. The Trump administration has accused him of being an MS-13 gang member, which hasn't been proven in court. And they say they have no power to bring him back to the United States.
Yeah, they said the court ordered him to facilitate his return, where they should have told him to effectuate and facilitate. Without the effectuate part, they're not gonna get him back. This guy's toast. He's gonna be there for quite some time. He's basically a prisoner of war at this point. Yeah, the president of El Salvador is not just going to give him up, because nobody gets out of that prison. Remember that. That's what they tell you. Nobody gets out. And if that's the truth, he's going to be there for quite some time until we have an administration that is willing to get him out of there. We got to remember that Trump's DOJ is paying to house these people there. How much are they paying? Why are they paying? Why should we have to? Why should we ship people somewhere and lock them up? That doesn't make any sense. If you're going to deport somebody, deport them, ship them out. That's fine. I mean, I personally think we should have more immigration here. It helps out our economy. It keeps prices low, and just from a sheer humanitarian perspective, like, why not? We're all human, right? But anyways, if you got some information that I'm not privy to, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Do you think Abrego Garcia is a criminal? And if so, do you think he deserves due process? Anyways, if you like the video. Subscribe would really help. I'd love it. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Later.